Welcome to our Chef at the Market virtual demonstration brought to you by RV Ag. Each week, we will be featuring local chefs who will be sharing recipes using farm fresh products sourced from the RV Ag online marketplace. For more information or recipes, visit our website.
Hi, aloha. I'm Mike Ledesma. I am the executive chef at Perch in Scott's Addition, and I am here representing the Chicory Hill Farm and Little Green Farms and just kind of showing you a family recipe of chicken adobo. Chicken adobo is a dish that our families made in the Philippines. And in the Philippines, there's 7,000 islands. So this is our recipe from our little neighborhood in Cavite, in General Trias, if you're familiar with the Philippines, a little bit north of Manila. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the chicken and break it down, and then we're gonna sear it, and then we're gonna add our vegetables, and then our seasoning. And in the Philippines, we use a lot of soy sauce and vinegar, so we're balancing the salt and acid with the soy sauce and vinegar. And we're using a product called Datu Puti, and it's a cane sugar vinegar. So the first thing we do is we take the chicken, our local chicken, and we're gonna break it down into 8 pieces. So as you can tell, there's one whole piece of chicken. So we're gonna take off the wings, and we're just gonna find the joint, and we're just gonna cut through the joint. There's your one piece. We'll go to the opposite side. 2, take out the liver and the gizzard. If there's anything else in there, we're good. And then here, at this point, we're gonna detach the leg from the breast by just doing 2 cuts straight down. And then you can actually just kind of break the joint from there. So really you can do this with a really small knife, but you know, as a chef, we like to use the biggest knife possible. So that's your 4. And we can take, so at this point, we have the breast and the back, and we're gonna just separate it. So we're just gonna run the knife straight down the bone. So you'll find the joint in the neck. You're just gonna cut right through it. So we save this for stock. We'll use onions, carrots, and celery. Use the back, boil it up, and now you have a base for soup. Then we have 4, and then I'm gonna break the breast in half, straight down the sternum. And then we're gonna take the thigh off of the drumstick, just like that. Voila, 8 pieces. All right, so basically we change our cutting board. So always change your cutting board when you're changing from protein to a vegetable, because you don't want to cross-contaminate your products. We're gonna start processing, and I'm gonna show you a couple cool cuts here. So this is we're gonna start with the julienne and turn it into a small dice. Just take off the ends, peel off the outer layer. Beautiful. I wish you were here so you could smell these beautiful onions. All right, so to get a nice dice, we'll do a first cut this way, and then a second one. And if the onion is bigger, you could get 3 cuts. So I'll do that, and then I'll come down straight. And come back across. You have a nice dice. That's how you get a nice consistent onion dice. And also, when you cut your onions and they're a little bit off, the onions seem to cook at different rates. So what you're looking for is a consistency in your dice. So again, cross, lateral, perpendicular, and straight down again. I know it make it look easy. This is 10 years of chopping onions for other chefs. And then for the garlic, basically just kind of take a couple cloves off. Don't use a narrow knife, use a fatter knife, like this one. Give it a little hit, you know, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, boom. And then kind of just peel off the outer layer. And that's what we're gonna work with for the adobo. 2 large cloves. If you like more or less vegetables, you can put more garlic. If you want more vegetables in your adobo recipe, this is just the basics of the base recipe. So we're gonna add potatoes, garlic, and onion, but then you can also add zucchini, squash, carrots, celery. Potatoes need to go into water or they'll oxidize. So these are new potatoes. They hold up to the cooking process. So if you use a russet, after 20 minutes it becomes mashed potato. If you use a new potato like this, you can go through the cooking process and then let it rest, and then it'll come back together. It won't turn into mashed potato. It'll hold its shape a lot longer. So just little rough dice here. Right into water so that the potatoes don't oxidize. And we are ready to cook. Once we get to the stove, we're gonna throw the 2 tablespoons of oil, get that smoking hot, and then we're gonna give the chicken a nice sear with a little salt and pepper. Once we get the salt and pepper sear onto the chicken, you'll feel it stick a little bit. So once you get a nice color, we're gonna deglaze it with the vinegar and then add the soy sauce and add the onions and garlic, and then we're gonna simmer it for about 25 minutes. Going backwards from the 25 minutes, let's go 8 to 10 minutes on the potatoes. So before it's all done, we're gonna add the potatoes 3/4 of the way before it's all prepared. So after the potatoes are done, it takes about 8 to 10 minutes for the potatoes to get cooked entirely. We take it out of the pan, let it cool down a little bit because it's coming off at 212 degrees. Plate it with a little rice. I'm using short grain sushi rice, but you can use jasmine rice, basmati, any rice. And voila.